Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to get a business line set up for your business. Now, this is important because you don't want to just be using your personal phone number when you're conducting business. You also don't want to use a Google Voice number when you're conducting business. And some of the different services that are out there that you can have for your business, they come with varying features and whatnot. So you really have to do some due diligence in making sure that you're getting a good product. And today I'm going to show you the most cost-effective and valuable service out there for your business line. But before I get into that, I need to make sure I home in on you understanding some reasons that you really want to make sure that you are putting a business phone line in place within your business. Now, number one is going to be, of course, for funding purposes. When you put in your phone number on an application, a lot of the banks will check to verify your phone number to see if it is, a dedicated line, if it's a personal line, a Google Voice line. Yes, they have some very advanced software that checks these things. And of course, it always adds to your credibility to have a more dedicated business line than to have something else. Outside of that, having a business line ensures that you aren't having to deal with your personal phone number being out there in customers' hands or even on the internet. When it's time for you to go ahead and get your website, they'll ask you for your address information, your phone number, and then they'll put that information out there publicly if you don't pay for the extra services that they have in order to hide that information. Not to mention, if you actually want to put your business on Google and you're using your personal number and people Google whatever you do, restaurant, plumber, and then your personal number is out there, well, that means now everybody has access to your personal phone number. And what usually happens with that is a lot of times customers or prospects can call you at crazy times, early in the morning, late at night, on the weekend when you're supposed to be off. And I'm sure you don't want that happening to you. And that's also why, in addition to having a business phone line so that people don't have access to your personal number, you also want to make sure that you're setting business hours, because business hours also add to your, credibility and your image, give you a bit of a higher status, because just like most established brands and businesses, they have business hours. Customers can only come and do business with you during those hours, and letting them know that you have limits, again, increases your status, lets them know that you take yourself and your business seriously, and might bring you some more quality customers because they see that you are not just a fly by night side hustle type of business. Okay, now hopefully you can see why it's important to go ahead and get your dedicated business line for your business already. And I know sometimes you guys might be getting started and maybe you literally have $0, but also if you're in business, you have to have some type of money involved in order to get in business, unless you're using, personal credit cards or something like that to fund things. And if you are, then that means that you can afford to get this business line set up and not just go the free route, because it's not going to be ultimately the best route for your business. But with that being said, having an affordable service that you can use and get the job done is still going to be greatly beneficial to most of you guys in the beginning stages of your business. And this particular company I'm going to talk about, they also have options that you can grow into as well. And personally, I used to use RingCentral, and then once I found this place, because of how simple it is, and I really got pretty much most of the main features that I wanted from RingCentral over here on this platform, I just went ahead and made the switch. And now these types of services are basically like an app that you could download on your cell phone, so you don't have to get like a whole big phone and plug that up somewhere or something like that. So you can actually download the app on your phone, get a dedicated phone number, and then that phone number is used on the app. Whenever you make calls, it'll come from that number. Whenever you text, the text will come from that number. And if it's available on your plan, of course, you can receive texts and phone calls at that same number, as well as have voicemails. Now, the company that I'm recommending that you go to is called TalkRoute. So let's take a look at how it looks on the desktop, and then you can also see, of course, this is how it's going to look on the phone, basically. So this is the phone app. So basically, if you wanted to use this on your desktop and, you have a mic or you have a headset, then you can use this. You can see here, you just dial the numbers. You can see the call history here. You can go to messages here. You can see voicemails and meetings. So basically with this, you are able to do, the same thing as a Zoom meeting, which is you can see start a new meeting, join a meeting, or schedule a meeting. So you can actually do virtual calls with this as well, which is another great added benefit of it. And, taking a look here on the website, you can also get an idea of what it looks like, in the messages with text messages. It's pretty much similar to what you would see in most phone services and whatnot. And you can see here, this is what it looks like on the actual phone screen. And the link to them will be down in the description. So if you want to go ahead and give them a trial run, you can do so down in the description. And as you can see here, they are offering 10% off your first year with TalkRoute currently at the time of this recording. And that's with no annual purchase required. You know, usually when they say that, you have to buy for the year and then you get it. But with them currently, you don't have to do that and you can still get the discount. So let's take a look at their pricing and their features and whatnot so that you can get an idea of what all you can get with this service. Now you can see here they have 4 different plans, and you can see that, you know, on their first plan, 1 number, 1 mailbox, unlimited calling, text messaging, video meetings, call forwarding, and routing. You see they really give you a lot, all of the things that you would really need in the lower end plan. You get the desktop and mobile and web apps as well with 24/7 support. Now going to the next plan up, you can have more than 1 number. You can have up to 3 mailboxes. You can get that menu feature where somebody can call and hit a number to go to a certain department. You can get some single digit extensions, simultaneous ring, so that if more than 1 person is calling at one time, it can go to the multiple lines at one time. You can transfer calls live and you can input hours of operation. Now, some of these other features, maybe you might want, maybe you might not, like the call recording. That is also really good for, you know, sales training. If you want to go back, listen to your sales calls, see where you might have messed up, where you could have said something different, or if you have a team, you can actually hear, you know, where they might have messed up, or if they were at fault or the customer was at fault. So that call recording can be really helpful. And as far as the pricing for these plans, you can see on the lower end is just $19 a month. So again, not that much. If you want to upgrade and get a few more numbers and mailboxes and some of those other features like the menu, the hours of operation, then it's just $20 more if you want to get those features. And having things like the call recording, that is, again, another $20 up or $40 up from the basic plan. So you can see here it's real affordable. Plus, you know, they have that 10% discount right now. So of course you want to jump in on that and lock that in for the year. But of course, still you can try it out for free and see if you even like the service before you continue to go down the path of using it. But I do believe you need to sign up for the free trial now to lock in that 10% discount too. Now listen, you guys, this is one more step to getting your business to look more legitimate for funding and just to look more legitimate as a business in general. And if you don't already have it, you do need to get a business website as well. This is where you're going to put this phone number, and whenever you list your business online, having that website with all the information is going to be really helpful. And I found a web service provider that provides the most consistent, low cost web addresses. They don't just bait you in and then give you a higher rate the next few years after that. So if you want to see who that is, check out this video. Or maybe you're interested in learning the best business entity type if you still have to register it to get the most funding for your business. Check out this video if that's the case, and I'll see you in the next video.